say this is our high. Let's leave all these markets behind. Let's say, okay, this September 2024 was the highest point in the market. I can join my Fibonacci from here all the way to the downside. I'm trying to look for a Fibonacci for sale. Can you see that? Let me just get this other stuff. So, can you see how much we are rejecting off of this field region? The reason I'm showing you, let me take off this red guy as well. Let me take this red guy as well. Can you see this field zone?
Yeah, hold on, let me just open it here. Where you need okay, yeah. Alright.
Alright. Are you seeing like this whole red bar is a field zone on a weekly time frame? And someone to play with that. Do you get what I'm saying? The funny thing is this market can just keep doing like this for the next 3 weeks.
Right.
To be very honest. You just keep buying and selling and you're confused because you're buying now, you're selling now. That's why I'm saying that you have a system. You have market conditions that are good, and you have the bad ones that are coming for your life. Now understand that okay, this is a Fibonacci. We now had a fake out. This is a fake out. This candle, if you look at this candle in a weekly time frame, you see that it was a fake out. It was just a week. It could not even close above this Fibonacci to show me that. But if I stay down to daily time frame, you see a daily time frame engulfing candle, indicating more buys. Can you see? No, okay, not really engulfing, but like this happened, then this sold. So this selling into this point, I expected the market to come here and keep buying. But then, do you get what I'm saying?
But it broke it a bit, okay.
Yes, it broke below it.
And closed
below it. Like it broke below it well enough. Now, if I was saying that, okay, I understand that we have a Fibonacci for selling at this region. And it's already playing out safe. I don't need to say, okay, market that the Fibonacci is not playing out already. It's playing out already. Now I'm not drawing my Fibonacci for buy, saying that okay, we've not even gotten into this thing. The worst thing that can happen is we'll come into this region and start buying. That's the worst that can happen. Or we keep selling all the way here. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm trying to see, but you haven't. There's no way to know if it's okay because that bar becomes your resistance.
Yes. Now this my support now becomes a resistance for me. Now it's now indicating that okay, yes, I saw selling pressure. I put my criteria. I'm like, okay, if we break below this support region, the market is definitely indicating that it wants to keep selling. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I'm showing you a couple things now. I'm showing you Fibonacci on a higher time frame from this high to this low. This whole region here is the Fib region. Now I can also see a structure. This previous structure was here in the past. So it feels like the market came to tap into this zone and wants to keep selling. Now if I draw my feed again from this same low to this same high, you see that okay, if we are really bearish, if the dollar is going to stage a rebound and we are correct, this market has no reason to not come all the way here. Probably retest it and keep selling. It does not any reason to do that. Now I understand that that's my direction. I now draw my trend line. Let's say I draw a trend line. Let's say I draw like a CTL kind of trend line from this particular region, indicating to me that okay, I can see a flag for selling. Now all my formations are in a selling order. I can see a Fibonacci for selling. I can also see a flag for selling. I understand that okay, it looks like this market wants to sell. I'm getting somewhere with this analysis here.
So this this GU now, basically you're looking at sales now. You're looking at selling it.
Yes, on a bigger time frame. Now let me scale down to a 4 hours time frame for you. So you see what I'm saying. Fibonacci
So
for
4 hours
7,
is like
you
a
have the
nice
trend
one for
line.
your entry to know what your entry will be.
Yeah, exactly. You have the trend line here, pin out. So now we come into this trend line and we're rejecting again, but then the momentum is not as solid. Like I said, if this market really wanted to buy, this market was supposed to be buying from here. I was just supposed to do this and keep buying. But now we did not buy. We sold all the way here. We broke below the support. The only thing I should be expecting this market to do is do this and keep selling.
Yeah.
So my goal is to try and catch it from here all the way down, all the way down here.
So that's your extension.
Yes, to my extension. That will be my goal. That will be like, and if this is a 4 hours time frame, now imagine catching it on a 30 minutes time frame. I'm catching like a sniper entry for a swing trade. Do you get what I'm saying now? Now let me scale down to a 2 hours time frame. I'm going from weekly to daily to 2 hours for you. Now I can also, let me just remove this first one now. I can also see a flag. Are you seeing this flag formation? Are you seeing this? It's like, let me remove this first one. It's like we're having a flag pattern here. So best bet is we'll rally into this place, probably have a rejection. Then, even if we have a rejection, I won't be eager to sell the market until I see this structure shift, indicating that, okay, we tried to buy back, but we came maybe into the Fibonacci region or something and are selling all the way down. So this will be my precise entry in the market. This
You're
particular
not going to wait for it
spot.
to break
Why?
that trend line.
Huh? Yeah, I should definitely wait. Like I said, I'm not a conservative trader. I'm more aggressive in my entry because I can't wait for like a double confirmation to get into the entry. Now, if I draw my Fibonacci from this region, will I see there? Or yeah, let me see, maybe this one. From this last low we see, I can definitely see that, okay, this is a Fibonacci region. There's already a market structure in this zone that the market might want to come and tap into before selling. Do you get what I'm saying? So now, right now, I can see us giving a progressive move to the upside. We have our highs, we have higher lows, we have higher highs, we have equal highs like this, like this, like this. Now we're even trending upwards. Well, now we're having a higher low, indicating that okay, we want to probably still buy further. Now, if we do buy further, I will know that I will not be watching out for rejections from this zone. If I see like a 30 minutes time frame rejection, I'm like, okay, or a 4 hours rejection showing all of this to the downside, then maybe like the next, maybe like New York session, the market starts pulling back like this. Once I start seeing 15 minutes candle from this region, my all my senses are telling me, they're all telling me to okay, eat that trade on a sell trade. Mind you, I will not, and the worst that can happen is this market will sell into this region and start buying back. That's the worst thing that can happen. Technically, if I'm looking at the market technically only. Now, if I now draw a Fibonacci from this low here to this high, can you see the way we just came into this fib? I'm going to 15 minutes time frame. I'll show you the most immediate trend in the market. Now, if I draw my Fibonacci from here, I can see all this push to the upside. You try to keep buying, you tried here, you came here, giving me structural action. Then we sold all the way to this fib. Now we're getting engulfing candles from here. Meanwhile, I need to let you know that I'm trying to sell the market. I'm not trying to buy.
So if you're going to enter this trade, it's a scalp trade. Maybe.
Yes, exactly. I'm trying to quickly get in and take my piece. Do you get what I'm saying? So now I expect this market to buy all the way into its extension. Now this extension of this Fibonacci it aligns proportionally with the extension for the Fibonacci for selling. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. This fib that I drew on the lower time frame here is proportional to this Fibonacci for selling. So
Yeah.
I know that okay, let's see. Maybe if I did place a trade around this region and I put my stop loss just here and I put my stop loss at the Fibonacci extension, I'll say 3 RR, but it's a scalp trade. And the funny thing is, I might even be wrong totally. The market can just blast out from here. Do you get what I'm saying? The market can just come here and keep buying. Do you get what I'm saying? Exactly. I might be wrong totally. But then I'm seeing this flag for selling alone is enough indication for me that we want to sell. Plus all the structures that I've been talking about, all this massive dump to the downside, and we did not really get into like a Fibonacci before we started buying.
Let me have a
It's
look.
not yet what would I call it? It's not yet complete. That's the move is not yet complete.
Right.
So this would be my if I was to enter a trade now, this would be my trade. This buy position all the way to this Fibonacci extension. I'm not trying to hold it. I'm just not position trading. I'm just trying to get into the market, take quick pips, and
Wow, that's contradictory to what I'm getting on 15-minute GU trade.
All right, now.
My 15-minute
Nice.
GU trade right now would be short.
It's short.
Yeah,
As well, I won't say I did not blindly see this. Do you know what I'm saying? I can see this, like, if I did draw a fib from here to here, I can see a Fibonacci for selling now. So once I now have like a 50-50 scenario, I just sit down, I'm just sitting and I'm just waiting for it to commit to me. Because at the end of the day, we were buying, we took this place as our support, then all of a sudden we have all this progression to the downside. Mind you, we now broke above it again and retested. Now while retesting, I need 5 minutes candle, to be honest. I need engulfing 15 minutes candle from here. I can see a very nice candle from here. I just understand that okay, the market can even definitely just do this. Now can you see a fib on the 5 minute as well? Can you see the way it's buying already? But I'm not even trading this because I'm just sitting on my hands and I'm waiting for the market to come into this region.
Well, you're not even trading. I wanted us to enter a trade. That's why do you want me to present or show you? Because you're not actually going to enter that trade. Show me, like, go through your system to enter a trade. Like, let's go through your watch list and let's see which trade is available to enter.
List. All right.
That you're ready to enter. Because for me right now, based on my own system, right, I have. I'll just basically. I'm not going to present, but I can tell you. For the 5-minute, 15-minute candle GU trade, I have selling pressure here.
All right.
Selling pressure here. It's over here. Yeah, I can just put it. Then I have selling pressure here. And I don't really have any buying pressure really. All right. And then I have again, yeah, okay. Okay, it's actually crossed over to buy. It's crossed over, MACD has crossed over to buy, but RSI has also crossed over. So there's something that's happened here, RSI 50. So with RSI 50 means that you're supposed to act. So RSI 50 happened here. And that's, what's that saying? What did it say? This one was okay because it's impulsed. All right. Then what am I trying to say now? What am I trying to say here? Okay. So I have 3. Okay, but that trend is done. People that bought that one and bought it. I need that. So I'm not again. I'm just going to use your analysis, your higher time frame analysis. I'm just trying to look for entry based on your higher time frame analysis.
Yes.
I want to see if there's any buying indication. And what I'm seeing is there's not really much. Yes, there's another buying indication here. Okay, so what I have now is I have two buying indication, but I've missed it. Right? I've
Yeah.
missed them. I've missed them. I've missed the entries for those ones.
Yeah.
So right now, the latest one was a. It looks like the latest one was a selling indication. Yeah,
Alright.
latest one was a selling. Yeah, selling. Um. Yeah. So yeah, there's no real entry. It looks like there's no real entry for. It could also. It looks like it's about to switch to buy.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
it's about to switch to buy. So
I'm very confident about this buy trade from this region, but like, it's how long it will buy from. If I enter this trade, I'm definitely getting out at the Fibonacci extension. I'm not even going to say, oh, I want to, or I'm thinking about. I'm very confident that the market is going to buy all the way into this 900. What the market does from there is what I do not know. But I would like to short from there, or eventually I get a nice confirmation. But if I do not get a nice confirmation, I'll still just be sitting on my hands because I do not want to lose money trading the market blindly.
So that's where I am now. Where I am now is I've entered my trade for long. It's actually long, not short. It's good. I'm waiting for confirmation for long before entering the trade. So that's why I was thinking maybe I should present because the way you're saying it, I want to see if it works with my own way of trading.
Yes, present, please. Let me stop presenting. Present, please.
But I'm not saying that I'm going to enter the trade now. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because it has not given me the signal to enter. Not yet. It's very still very middle of the park. It's still moving back and forth. There's no real indication. But yeah, it could easily flip to buy easily. That's basically what I'm saying. RSI is more positive than negative, means that, and the MACD is also above zero. So both is saying buy. But my EMA is saying sell. My EMA is still saying sell. So
once I start having conflicting indicators, I just chill. I'm just going to chill.
So if it gets here, and I rely on my EMA a lot. I rely on my EMA a lot for my decision making. But if it gets at this position we're in now, it can both buy and sell. And it will be a good trade.
Yes. Basically what I'm saying. It's either or.
On the 15-minute time frame. But if I pull out to the 1 hour time frame.
Remember that on the weekly time frame, we're in Fibonacci for whatever I want to do in this region, I need to be very, very careful with my approach with this particular region. I need about this buy trade. I need to pay out, but I'm just not interested. I will wait for the market to start selling because I understand that okay, if the market really wants to sell and I'm correct, I have all of this. I have all of this to catch. All of this. What is that ruler thing you're talking? I have all of this to catch. Jesus Christ.
Let me present. Let me see if I can do a decent job. Let me see if I can do a decent job for let me see if I can.
Nice. Entertain me, please.
I'll try. So we're both here together, right? So similar to you, what I also started doing basically weekly to know what's where the trend those are. Sometimes I even pull out.
I like what I'm seeing on your watch.
Very like
nice.
So
this USD index, you can change it to DXY like much later. Then
I really don't know where.
Please, you can delete that as well.
Yeah, I'll take it out. I'll take it out. Okay, so there was something I used to use before, like sometime early last year to check my highs and lows, right? If I notice there's a high and low, repeating high and low, a range.
Another thing I noticed
What I
is
do is
you rarely use
I do.
resistance.
That's what I'm showing you now. So what I'm showing you now is
Uh,
for if you notice what happens, right?
Oh,
This gives
when you
me
showed me this tool before.
this gives me
I'm
clear
not
support zone, so I can easily just draw a line or range depending. It doesn't matter. I usually use lines or range. It doesn't really. So I can just put a line here and see there's a zone there. I can put one here maybe and say there's obviously something going on here.
Yeah.
Later on, just for the sake of the video, let me just move quickly. And then I have obviously another zone here. This is like a range low, value low, right? And then this is another range high or value high. It's sort of assists, and then this is the middle of the park, right? Somewhere here. This is middle of the park. So this is on the high time frame. That's weekly. So what it shows that look, there was a low here. You got to a range or interim range here, and
Yes,
interim high, and this is the point of control. So this is the pivot point. So I usually just take this out and then I say, okay, I'm reading it as this is where really the RSI comes in this high time frame. This high time frame, what you're saying now is that there's a bullish. You can see there's a bullish line here. Oh, sorry, bearish line here. So what I usually do is I'll come here and see if there's any divergence between the RSI here and the price action. So you can see you cannot use the wicks. You have to use the closing candles. So what you notice quite straight away is that the RSI is showing that it's bearish, and the price is showing that it's bullish. It means that there's going to be a reversal. So instantly, which doesn't really always happen, but in this case, in this example, instantly there was a reversal. If you notice, so once there's a divergence between RSI and price, there's going to be a reversal.
Price, right? To be a reversal.
So there was a reversal in this position, in this case. So that's basically what we're looking out for, generally speaking, for higher time frames. Again, if you see it happened again here, you see it's pretty much straight, same price. So if you come to that location here, you see that this is this, and then you go to the location for this one, you see that this is this. So it's reducing, and this one is kind of same price, so it's more or less going to follow continuous suit, or so you can see the straight same price, but it's reducing, so it continues reduces. And then finally you see it really play out here again. You see it play out here again, where you have again, you have this, and then you have this somewhere here, right? And so you know that there's going to be a reversal. Unfortunately, in this one, you see that it did not reverse completely. It's immediately went. It still continued buying. It kept selling rather, right, before the reversal happened. Right. So again, there's nothing. It's weird. It works like maybe 50-50, but it's just another indication to know where we stand, because you don't know who's going to buy what. Now, my point now is that in this stage we are in now, there has been there's a continuation of trend. It's the same trend. What is happening with the RSI is happening with the price. Right?
Price as well.
What is happening with the RSI is happening with the price. As it's going down, it's going up. So the trend is continuing. And this RSI is showing that, well, apart from the previous week, it's showing that it's supposed to be going up. Basically, it's supposed to be bullish. It's supposed to be bullish. Yeah, MACD is above 0 as well, showing that there's it's also bullish as well. Right. So so basically, I'm looking for bullish long-term trades, positional trades. That's what I'm doing. positional,
Okay.
long-term bullish positional trades.
They went to 1.4.
Then I moved to 1 day. So basically, I know that long-term positional trades, this is roughly where it should lead to, because prices like to move in ranges. Prices don't like
From zone
to.
to zone.
They don't like
From
to.
zone to zone.
They don't really like to trend. Prices like to move in ranges, and within those
Yes,
ranges, they trend.
especially with these currency pairs. They
So
always move from range to range.
so now what we have here now is there's a bearish indication here on a daily. Means that
Yes.
if there's bearish on the daily, it means I should be looking for a short anytime soon,
Sure.
right? And this is what I've been working on this morning. At what point should I enter that short? Is what I'm trying to figure out. So anyway, so you can see what happened immediately after that. If I take this out, immediately after this, you see that there's a bearish trend happening already.
I can see that. I can see that. So you remember me explaining something about market structure going from higher highs to higher lows.
I know. So that's the price action, the market structure price action. So it goes so basically higher lows, higher highs, and then there's a reversal. That is change of character. Then it's lower lows, lower highs. So that's the downside.
Something very. What is about to happen in this April? Something very similar to
let me finish this. Let me just finish this. So I went all the way back to basically show you that yes, what you were saying is correct with the trend, right? But something that we didn't do is it's very clear where you should enter. Even on the daily, you can easily see, okay, if I entered when it changed here and put my buy here and buy when it changes and stop loss under here and sell here, right? And take profit here. It will now sell and put your take profit here at this point. So once this green band turns red,
once it crosses,
turns red, you can sell. Until then, you should not sell. You should keep buying. If you notice, it has not sold yet. There's a lot of selling pressure. That's what you can see here. There's a lot of selling pressure, but it hasn't sold yet. So you're still your trades are still buy. So what I would do is this. Normally, what I would do is I'll add an alert here to tell me when it turns red, to tell me when it starts trending down.
Nice.
So I can now say trade. Okay, look for short trade, right? So I do it once, right?
Yeah.
So, but for now, if I want to enter a trade, it's a buy trade. It cannot be a sell trade.
Yes.
So I now say, okay, now because I cannot enter a position on daily, I have to enter a position for 4 hours, 1 hour, 15 and 5 minutes.
1 hour.
So I say, okay, let me enter my 4 hours. My thing is it's a sell, but at this point now, it's like, okay, it has already gone. You look at right, but it's still showing a sell here. So what I do is I come here to my feed, and this is where I thank you for this tool because I didn't use this feed the way I come here. So a trade that would never fail, basically, as in I will never make a loss. But I may not make a decent profit. Is this? I'll come here and I put over here. Once it gets to this position here, right? This trade, it might not get to my take profit, but it will never. I will not lose money here.
Yes, basically.
Right, I will not lose money here. So it's not risky. It's not aggressive. I know that it will get there. Swing trade.
Yes.
So, but remember that line, my interim range high.
Yes.
So at this point will now be my first take profit.
TP1.
So I will now put another alert here saying that's why I was telling you that I keep on getting alerts. Remember, I was telling you I keep getting alerts. So that's what I kept doing. I'll just put TP1 here. Once it crosses, if it crosses over, I'll say TP1. Take profit 1. Right?
Yeah.
So now, but we are not happy with that kind of trade because it's not risky, it's not fun, there's nothing enjoyable about that. So we want to go down to the 1 hour trade. I know this presentation is lasting longer than I thought it would. And in the longer trade now, you can see that it's already bullish. It's already showing that there's, it's bullish.
It's showing the bull momentum coming out.
There's bull momentum coming, right? And at this point, I'm still here in this trade. I've not entered yet, of course, but this trade is still carried forward from the previous regime.
Yes.
So, yeah, I need to get that guy out of there. Let me get this guy out of there so I can explain how I got that guy there in the first place. Anyway, look, let's just come here because this is 1 hour. So because it's 1 hour, it's still showing me more or less the same thing. It still needs to climb up here. I don't have my stop loss. I don't. So I now go down to the intraday trades, right? And that's where you now probably see an entry. Probably. So there's a lot of sell and buy here. So for example, right now it's bearish. Right now it's showing that it's bearish, that we should be looking for sales. There's no real decent entry here. So what I did is this, okay, what's the highest local entry here? The highest local entry is here. But again, this system does not work for ranges. It does not like ranges.
Fibonacci, yeah?
My Fibonacci does not like, my system does not like ranges.
Does it work? It only works for trending market.
It only works after a breakout.
Yeah, no, that's a breakout retest. But I think your distance are too much. Can you remove 0.3, please?
The arrows.
What I'm trying to do is no, not the arrows. Your feed.
No, I've taken. I want to just I just want to finalize my entry and then I'll enter the trade and then we'll just watch it, right? Because I'm saying now that I usually enter limit trades because of I want to be able to wake up 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, enter my trades, and then whatever the market does, my trades have been entered.
Basically.
So I've analyzed the whole week, my trades have been entered. So look, this is where the trade is. This is what I was saying before. That either way I enter now is good. Either if I enter long, it's good. If I enter short, it's good. This is my point. Because if you notice what just happened now, my entry before was up here. Now, with this interim high and local low, the entry is down here.
Double bottom.
So the only thing I'm doing now is waiting for the bands on 15 minutes. I'll take it out now.
To cross. Okay.
To cross.
Even EU is already moving.
So I think what I would do for this trade is I'll just put it up here just for sake of it. But I don't know, because it's supposed to break this range. Basically, it's supposed to break
first.
It's supposed to break this range. So this is probably the trade I'll enter. I'll say, okay, if it can get up here, then it's probably going to keep going. Because there's obviously something going on here. Right? There's something going on here. So if it can get, there's a way I used to explain this stuff. Okay. But anyway, so if you can get basically up here, you can cross this. So this would be my limit order. My limit order will be this. And that's my trade. It should. I want to find a way to make it take less time. I want to see if I can make it take less time than it does.
You
But
already took a trade on Euro USD, yeah?
yeah, I'm in Euro USD. Yeah,
Nice.
I'm in Euro USD.
Because it's moving nicely. It's
Let me have
better.
a look.
So the thing is, in situations like this, this is how I approach situations like this.
Do you
I
want to?
see
Do you want
that
to? Do you want to? Do you want to
present,
present?
not really sure. I could sure, but like,
You might as well now because you know
alright now.
why not?
Not really sure what I'm saying. You stop presenting first.
That's what I'm doing.
Alright. So,
So yeah, I'm up. I'm up. I'm up on the Euro USD. Yeah. You know, I had to re-enter the Euro USD trade.
yeah, true.
I had to
Mm,
re-enter because it just kept.
market
All
is
my signals are saying buy, 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 buy.
terrible.
But there was a huge
Why you
engulfing
not
sell
selling
candle
at the stop now?
that freaked me out. And he also told me reversal. I was like, yeah, but I've already moved my stop loss. I've moved my
Already are there. So you are
so
free.
I knew I was not going to make a loss.
So this is Euro USD.
Hmm.
So what we try to do is we try to trade the best of the best setup. Like I said, with Euro USD still clear to the upside. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm looking. You said
Uh,
it's
but
clear
you
to
see
the
GU
upside.
moving, GU has started moving already. But like what I do is I try to that's what I'm saying
So this
when I
GU
go
trade,
over.
this GU trade is what I
Yeah,
wanted us to enter now, based on my own
yeah,
system. The way I wanted us to conclude that whole presentation is by entering the trade.
yes.
If you see a trade
Oh,
that is supposed to be traded, you enter it so that we don't say, I should have, right? We
you
enter it and
sure?
then if it's wrong, then we know it's wrong. So we now
You
say, okay,
just
what
know.
did we do wrong? We write it down. Okay, this is what probably I did wrong. I did not wait for confirmation. I did not do this. I did not do this. So that way we are both
Yes,
learning
yes,
together.
right.
You understand? Otherwise, it feels to me that I'm actually not, because on my own side,
Yeah,
my GUSD has not taken off at all.
at all. Oh, okay.
It has not even
All
started
right, I
taking
see
off.
that.
But
So what
I
was
want to
even
enter the
trying to
trade.
explain?
You mind, let me just
What,
enter it quickly
all
before we
right, now
start.
do that. Do that. Do that.
What are you getting as an entry? Okay, but you do market entry.
Yeah, I do market entry. I placed my. I just placed. Can you see this proper? I just placed two positions.
I'm
They
actually
are
about
in.
to place
Let
one. So
me place one more.
so
Yeah.
buy limit. My buy limit is 1288. What's your entry?
Oh, I'm entering right now. Like I'm entering now with the current market move. Like I'm just going to execute my trade and put my stop loss where I see fit. And it's
What's your
happened.
take
But
profit?
then you can put your entry at 1.28361.
I put my entry based on my calculation is 128898. My stop loss is
128.
1127
I think that's too far.
096.
That's too far. That's too far. You can actually do market execution now and put your stop loss below 1.27900. Then I'll just wait for this 15 minutes candle to close. These are the kind of confirmations I wait for. But like what I was trying to explain for you to you before you even get into a trade was
Wow.
I,
My risk
I
is
look
my
at
risk is 19.
whoa,
My risk is 19.
whoa,
The only way I
you
can reduce my
already
risk is by
allocated.
reducing my entry. By moving down my entry further down.
Mm-hmm. Further down.
And
I
you know
was,
my
I was trying to
entry
say something.
sorry,
Okay, go on, go
my
on.
entry
No,
is
go on, go on. I remember, yeah.
the difficulty of
Entry
my
is what?
entry is just
We need to execute market more. Okay, let's try. Should we do my way this time around? Can you put like a mock up like this, like around where it is, and put your stop loss below 0.12800 around that region.
Yo, that's a proper scalp, man.
Yep.
Stop loss
Yeah.
0 to
1.27900.
one.
If I would be placing this trade there, 1.27900.
And
If this trade is going to play out, I see no reason why it should come back to 1.29700, except the market goes something.
1.279.
Yes, 1.279.
Right. Okay. 1.279. And then
Yeah.
what's your entry?
Oh, I've gotten into the market. I just did market execution. I just go in now. I can see a 5 minute engulfing candle from my entry region. So I think that's fine for me. And if the market starts
So you don't
selling,
you don't have the exact entry, because the entry for me is
Yeah.
actually now as well, if I'm going to use that system, and then my stop loss is exactly that 1.27866. So 1.278. But my entry,
Yeah.
because of the thing, my entry, okay, the best I can do for now is 1.2, just check it if I'm correct, 1.28 for my entry, right?
Okay. 1.28.
1.279.
1.28 plus.
My entry is 1.2835. That's the best I can do.
That's fine.
That's the best I can do. Right?
That's
So
fair enough.
let me reduce my risk to I can reduce it to maximum 5. Maximum. Right? So
That's fair enough.
set volume confirmed by take profit. Do I need to set take profit? My first take profit, this thing does not do first take profits.
Yeah.
It doesn't do first take profit, but basically my take profit based on this system was 13. Excuse me.
Bless you.
135226. That's $68 on the $5, which is very unlikely. But let me enter, confirm by, order opened, done. So basically, I want to show you the system I use for all this trading. Where are you?
I mean,
So I'm using Exness.
Sorry. Sorry.
I'm using Exness for trading. So it does that calculation I've been trying to do. It does it for me.
It does it for
It does it for me.
Sure.
So you have to just go to position calculator. It's an actual thing there.
Exness, yeah.
Exness, yeah. Position calculator, and then before you make your entry. After I actually coded something for that.
Yes,
I wasted like 2 days coding Python, and it was working. So but this one, at least, what I can do is I can reduce the risk until I get to check this if it fits. Anyway, the euro trade is going. Let's see if GBP follows. I can actually move my stop loss in euro right now if I want to. I think. But you were about to present euro, right?
I think I'm presenting. Am I not? I am. I think I'm presenting. Can you see my screen?
Sorry. What did I do? Where was my entry?
Yeah, you enter at 1.285 something.
My entry was 1.28. Okay, yeah, I remember now. It was this the top of the fib 1.28348. No? What does that sound familiar? And it's not filled yet.
You still at 318.
Let me check my orders. You check orders. Okay, pending. Okay. 1.28357. So 1.28357. Let me enter it manually. 357. All right.
Mm.
You know, let's see what happens anyway. Let's.
Mhm.
All right. It should be filling soon.
Yeah.
All right. So where are you? Where are you? Where are you on this? Okay. Right.
All right, now let me present. Let me present to you.
Oh, you know. Yeah,
Sorry?
you're in front of the world right now. Okay. I've entered.
All right. As we start, I think my trade is up $200 now.
The trade is up what? $200.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Should be able to, can you see my screen? Should you see my screen?
I can. Look at this one.
All right, now.
Let me
Yeah,
let me
$258. My stop loss is tighter than yours too, because I'm risking more. I'm risking $600 on this trade.
So this account, this $200 is not. Is it for you
Okay,
or is it
this
prop
account
account?
is yeah, this is a prop account. This account is phase 2. Already passed phase 1 of the
So
account.
it's like
So I mean,
it's like a game, or
it's like a
you
it's
get
like a demo
shares.
account. It's like
It's
a
demo
account you're
account.
using it to test. Yeah, you're using it to test your skill.
So you're using a demo account. I'm using real coins.
No, I actually have a live account.
Yeah, I
I
know.
did. I already traded gold on my live account overnight. I caught gold very early. I already made almost 8,000 on that trade. If you can see my screen, you see my gold trade
I can
currently.
see it.
Yeah, I already caught gold trade day and night, and I'm just waiting for it to break above this region because I'm trying to swing it all the way here. But I don't know if the market is going to swing all
It's
the way
just
there.
me.
But
You're talking about $1,000, $2, whatever. Me, my trades are like $5, $2.
it's fine. There's no matter. I actually did risk 200 on this trade, $200 on this trade. I could not sleep. I was awake. I said I was going to sleep. I didn't want to lose that money. I was fucking awake because at the end of the day, I didn't want to be the cause of my loss because I tried to get into this market yesterday, but it came to stop me out for a loss. Now,
Okay, let's look for another entry. I'm in a loss right now with the GBP.
yeah,
But you know,
yeah,
I'll just let the market play out.
yeah. So what I was trying to explain to you earlier on is what we do is we look for the markets, we look for the markets with the best setup. What I mean by the best setup is all right now. I mean, if you look at this is GBP USD on the 2 hours time frame.
No,
I'm
let's
seeing
let's
one
move on to
so
another one, please, because we have done that already.
no, I'm just comparing GU and EU for you.
Okay.
So I'm not trying to get into GU, EU, AUD, USD. What I'm trying to do is maximize on this particular one that's giving me a very good clean setup. So if I was to risk 200 in the whole day, I'll be risking my own 200 on this EU trade. Do you get what I'm saying? Instead of risking $50 in EU, risking $50 in Bitcoin,
I
I'm risking $50.
see. So once you see one good setup, you just put the bag on it
Yes.
rather than
So instead of
yeah.
exactly, because if I start dividing the bag, eventually, I don't know, one trade might not play out the way one trade is playing out. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, so what I do
High
is I
risk, high
compare them.
return.
Yes, that's it. I compare the GU and EU, and I see that okay, I can still sell formation on GU, and GU's liquidity has been slow, and I can see a lot of momentum coming out from EU. EU have printed EU to perfection. So I was like, when you say you're already going to EU, if you're going to risk $20 in total, it will be better if you risk everything on EU. And so I feel like I like to do one or two trades, like not one or two setup that way. in a whole day or a whole week instead of jumping from that way. Just I cannot monitor everything. Do you get what I'm saying? I cannot monitor EU markets, GU markets, crypto. I'll be burnt out. To be very honest. So that's the way I trade. On this my gold trade this morning, I just put the whole bag on it. I'm like, okay, fuck it. If you need to play out. And it
So
did
you're not
that for
looking for a
me.
trade right now.
Hmm?
You're not looking for a trade now.
No, no, I don't looking for trades now. All we
Okay,
need to do is
I'm still looking for trades. Can I present so I can look for trades? So
yeah,
maybe
like,
when you get bored, then
all right, I got
I can
you.
now say, but
So,
I want to still look for trades. I'm here. I was just waiting for you to show me a trade that you would look for. But me, I'm literally hunting for trades right now. In EU. I have not put my bag.
yeah,
I've done 10% of my bag, right,
yes,
for the day. So it
yes,
feels like I've not done any trade. That thing that you're feeling, you have done your trade, but me, I've not done. I've done.
yeah. I
It's
understand
not
you
10%. I've done
very
like
well.
I'm supposed to do $200. No, I'm supposed to do a total of 20 dollars. I think.
Yeah,
I'm supposed to do
okay,
$20. We have 2,000. $25. We have 25. What I'm supposed to do now is the trades I have is
mm-hmm.
$5. I think, and $5. So I've done half. I've done 50%. So I need just maybe one trade that is like the remaining amount. So I've been looking for a trade that would work, right? And I don't
Mm-hmm.
have any signals that are open now to tell me
I thought
what to trade. So
no signals.
I don't have any signals that. So what I usually do is I'll come here, I'll go to weekly, and then I'll scroll through your watch list. I'll just say, okay,
Yeah,
this is new to me. This is Mubarak's watch list. Obviously, this USD CHF is on sale, so I
still
should
going down. So the thing, so now fundamentals are coming in play.
wait. No,
Also, CHF, Swiss
mm,
franc is considered as the safe haven as for dollar, the Swiss franc, and the Japanese yen. Now, the dollar is having a lot of conflict with a lot of countries, tariff war. So the dollar is not even the safe haven right now. So people are putting their bags in the Japanese yen and the CHF market. If you just look at GBP CHF, just look at it, just do this, just search GBP CHF. Just see what has happened. Just see what has happened in the last 5 days. So I'm giving like in-depth analysis now. This is boot fundamentals now. No, you don't have to add it. Just click on, just check, just look at the market. You don't really need to trade it. Can you see this?
yeah.
USD CHF is going down. GB CHF is going down. Euro CHF is the only thing still struggling to gain its balance. OEG CHF is down. It's like it's dead. I'm like,
Mm.
how did I not see this to catch in the last 4 days? These are life-changing candles. To be very honest, can you see how long we've been ranging for? We're ranging for weeks just to have 2 weekly engulfing bearish candles. I don't think the way I should be because that alone is life-changing. I know what I'm doing with the right risk as a big bag for 2 weeks, and I'm very sure this trade is going to keep selling for the next couple of months. In fact, this whole quarter, this second quarter, I'm kind of sure, except we start getting implementations of the tariff, and that won't happen until like maybe next year.
Oh wow, this stuff has been
It,
it's been it's falling for
this
years.
like this yes for years. That's another thing you will now see. It's starting a bearish market. So even USD CHF has always been a bearish market. Imagine CHF outpowering the dollar.
Yeah, there's no. This is not tradable. I don't know how to trade this. I don't have a system for it.
No, 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 no. Just I was just showing you like I'm just explaining fundamentals to you with a bit of technicals. Like you don't even have to add this GBP check to your watch list. I
Yeah,
think you already have too much on your watch list.
yeah.
Can you let me tell you things you should remove? Remove USD, CN,
That's Chinese.
let it go.
The reason I put it is because I wanted to see what because of this.
Now the thing is, you do not want to trade things like this because Chinese and dollar, they're having a lot of conflict. So the market is just going to be
volatile.
Okay. Oh, this looks nice. This actually looks nice. This
let me explain.
You
know, the trade between China and Russia. I put it this. You know, every other thing I think you told me about it, but I put the trade between America and China is outstanding. So I believe that this new tariff of 104% that kicked in 2 days ago, it should affect the market. Something should happen. It could sell. It could make the Chinese yuan bullish, or it could make it weaker. So meaning that the dollar everyone should be looking for dollar right now to So I don't know yet how that is going to affect the market to trade it. So I'm interested in seeing what trade. So you can see, generally speaking, it's a bullish. So if I do for the historic from the beginning of the trend to the current day, you can see that right now we're at the range high, value high. Is either we keep going to new highs, or once it breaks a certain level, it's going to start falling. So of my discussion, so I put anchor notes here, so I can see currently at all-time value high. Should keep trending up or reverse. So right now the monthly is clearly in some kind of range, and it has broken that range kind of setting. You can see it clearly, but do a box here. Right, so you can see that there's a clear range here. There was a false breakout sometime 1st of October 2024. There was a false breakout. September, October, it came back, it broken the range. It could come back into this range, then I would expect it to go to. So now it's a clear structure. You can see the highs, it's going. It's trending upwards, so it has the higher highs and higher lows, and that's on the monthly. So on the weekly as well, I'm sure it's the same thing, but it's a bit more disconnected. You have more volatility. So with this now, I can take this out. So this is the weekly time frame. Again, you can see what happens. You have the I usually call this a false breakout, but in this, because of this weekly, that means the range probably started from here. Right, so you have this, it comes down, it goes to roughly the top, comes back down, breaks this, immediately comes back into the range, and now it's at the range high. So at this point now, I could be expecting it to sell back.
Can I interrupt you?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm seeing a stage rebound on the dollar.
Where?
Which means on the dollar. I'm seeing a rebound on the dollar, like on the 30 minutes time frame, which proportionally means GU will be selling and probably enter the losing trade right now.
So you're saying that we should
I'm saying we can exit. Just a double button. Actually, watching this dollar.
I did not. Okay, I did not set alerts for my stop loss conditions for GU.
So, EU is going down all the way as well.
Yeah, EU is also going down. I did not set I didn't move my stop loss. God damn. I didn't set my normal settings. I didn't move my stop loss. I've not. All right. So this is more or less my threshold is somewhere here. My threshold is usually somewhere around here. My threshold is usually around here. So this one trigger, crossing, exit trade. Actually, I exit trade once the cancel. Just delete this. I exit trade once it changes bands. The bands change.
Yep.
I think I put that already. I must have put that already. Potential reversal, euro. Okay, I haven't. Who draw this?
See. We're going down. We're going down. We're going down. We're going down. The short position I've been trying to call. I don't know. I cannot really call it now. But
No, I can't. It's not. I don't think it's time to call. It's
if you check the dollar index, you see the first Fibonacci and you see a confirmation Fibonacci. You can check your dollar index, then draw your Fibonacci from what's it called, 3rd of April to the most recent high, which is 7th of April. Then you see that we are currently buying out of a fib. You already gave us engulfing candles, which is indicating. Now this is the confirmation showing that okay, you might actually be buying. Let me quickly present to you. So this is this US dollar.
this is GBP. This is GU.
All right. I don't think the buy trade is. I'm not sure the buy trade is really. Now I've been saying it looks like.
Let me go back to my presentation, please. There's nothing to worry about here yet.
Yeah.
So I'm on 15 minutes now. Let me go back to. I think I was on one day. Have I finished one day or one day? I'm not sure. Let me see. So oh, no, I think I was on one week. Okay, but this is this first. So you can see a clear range of what is happening, right? With this, and so I'm expecting really for it to go back down here. I'm expecting this market right now. It's here. I'm expecting it to go something like this, to bounce somewhere here, it's come back here, and then I'm expecting it to go back to this region.
Keep going down.
Right? This is basically what I'm expecting. Now I can confirm that by using my volume profile from the beginning of this range, which is more or less here to somewhere here, right? Now so this is more or less the beginning of the range, somewhere here. I can actually adjust this. The beginning of the range is somewhere here to somewhere here. So all of that action that happened under and above is just noise. More or less just noise. So what am I trying to say here? What I'm trying to say here now is that if I see a selling pattern on a lower time frame, I'll take it, and this will be one of my first take profits.
Take profits, yeah.
Yeah. So my second take profit will be somewhere here, more likely, or my final take profit will be somewhere here.
Take profits.
Yeah. My final take profit will be somewhere here. There's another major zone somewhere here. I can draw it out myself. But support. That's another place that I expect to take profit, but I'll be expecting it here. So what I do now is I start looking for entries. My entries from 4 hours entry time. It's time, no more games. It's time. And all I'm seeing here is buy. It's bullish, buy. Right. So my point now is that at what point do I enter? And this is the point I enter. I enter here. So it's supposed to really break this range for me to enter. But
You understand? It's supposed to break this range for me to enter. But I'm comfortable it getting to this golden zone here for my entry. I'm very comfortable with it. I'm very comfortable with it. So what I'm going to do here now is if I set another alert at 4 hours. Let me give you a name. Let me just try to explain this to you. Let me take this out. Let me clean up this. All right. Let me clean this up. So you see, I want to show you a little test, right? The way you were showing me your own test, right? Let me show you a little test.
Sorry?
You know, you were showing me your test. You're doing like a sort of forward testing, right? Let me just show you a small test. What I do, if I want to show it to select bar. So let's assume this is where the market is right now. The market is very bullish. Let's assume this is where the market is right now. Right, I've gone back in time. This is where the market is. You understand? You would obviously say, look, I'm looking for entries. I'm not looking for any kind of reversals. And you'll be right. You'll be right. So I'll be looking for an entry.
So okay, you mean with this market now? No. Okay. All right. Yes. Now this is the entry.
You've seen the entry. So one of the entries is when the tested entries is when the price, the candle, touches the bands. Once it touches the band, is a bullish signal. It means, or is a bearish signal. Then buy. You understand?
Yes.
Your stop loss at impulse, last impulse candle, and buy. Right. So it's very clear. I've tested it. It works. Now you can see it's buying. Let me just keep buying because there's no entry here for the system I'm working on now. Now this is the entry. See, there's something that happened here. It started selling. So what I do now for my entry is I say, okay, let's assume that it's going to keep selling, and this was the impulse for the sell, right?
Yes.
So I come and draw this as my lowest point, and this is my highest point.
Yes.
Right? So my entry will now be something like this.
No,
just follow me. Just follow me. I've tested this already.
Okay.
So this would be the entry. Now my point is that it doesn't mean that it works all the time. You have to understand it's a market.
Yes.
It's just
just
show you the testing. Immediately it swaps. It doesn't even take it. It doesn't even feel my position at all. It just swaps. It just goes back to buying. Right? So
yes.
At that, let's assume now that it was moving a bit slower. Let me show you where my entry would have been. Because I immediately swapped, I would have reversed my position to buy. Because now I have a buy position. Using just my system, not my old system, just this new system that I would have entered a long. I would have entered a long here.
Okay, now I already done switch.
I would have entered a long here. Stop somewhere here. And then, it can, by extension, actually goes all the way up to like 4.6, but it can be whatever we want. You can keep going. There's no real end for take profit. So this would have been in profit, and it's still buying. You follow that trend. You can see there's always going to be impulses. Something is about to happen. Let me explain. You see, something happened here. You can see that my RSI is showing that it's bearish.
Yes.
So instantly I'm looking for exit. I'm looking to exit this position. I'm looking for another reason to exit this position. So the RSI went below 50. I'm looking for a reason to exit the position. I could exit here. I could exit once it showed that it's bearish. I could exit, but my bands have not turned red yet. So I'll follow the trend. I keep buying, keep buying, keep buying. My bands are about to turn red here. So, and I know that from the MAC, I can see that there's little changes. I can say, okay, look, I'm ready to leave this market, or because it has crossed it turned red again. So this trade now, I would have followed it, and I would beat my own system, my current system now. I would have it would have taken me the only difference because this is 4 hour, and I told you 4 hour you cannot lose with 4 hour. It's just that your profit will be small. So this trade would have taken me how many days is this? This trade would have taken me 14 days, right? And unfortunately, or fortunately, the RR is how many RR is this? I would have basically made about 2%.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't know if I'm correct, so what is this? Let me put it down here. I would have basically made about 2.2 RR, right? So my point now is that I'm trying to find a way to maximize the what do you call it, the profits, and that's where it becomes risky. Because to maximize the profits means I have to reduce my stop loss. Okay, so this is getting boring now, but that's basically in my presentation. So that's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find a way to maximize my profits. I already have the system that works with 4 hour. It's tested. It works. The issue I'm having now is how do I maximize my profit? Because it take me 14 days to make 2 hour. Imagine making 2 hour on a $2 trade. You understand my point?
Yes.
On 14 days, and sometimes you might lose that.
14 days.
You understand? So I'm trying to find a way to trade like you, which is more aggressive, right?
Yes.
But you can see what happens that you're already afraid. You understand? Little thing happened in the market. I've not even checked it yet.
Okay.
Little thing happened in the market. You're already nervous because, but me, I don't get nervous. Let it go. Let it go because I know that my system will work. So let me return to the current day.
Today's trade. Yeah. Okay.
Let's return to the current day. Exit, yes. All right. Let's take out this. No, we're in current day. What do you notice? What you notice is that.
Sorry?
What do you notice in current day? What you notice is that the price, the candles have gone to touch the bands.
Yes.
They're about to touch the bands. So it could be, I could be looking for entry here. I could be looking for an entry here for long. Also, I should expect is for it to change to bearish. So this for me, I won't be able to trade. I won't be able to trade this one. Not now. So all I'll just do is I can put currently at all-time high, value high, could keep trending or reverse. I don't know. I don't know what to do here. And that's the end of my presentation. I'm still hunting for a trade, sorry. You see how long it takes me just to look at one trade?
Yes.
It takes me so long, goodness gracious. I need to find a way to reduce my time on the trades. Just okay, I check this, it doesn't work, move on to the next one. Ugh. This one RSI is saying that RSI is basically saying that it could what do you call it? It should reverse. RSI is saying it should reverse because there's a bearish here and it's going up. So yeah, it should reverse. There should be reversal soon. We wait for the reversal. Moving on. There was an alert this morning or yesterday for card Jappy. There was an alert for so I don't have an entry. This one for me is saying sell as well, but you know that's a GU. We did sell as well, but you know it's we did our system and we got to buy, but short term. That's the aggressive. That's the aggressive thing I'm telling you about. I don't really have. Gold for me is saying sell. It's not saying buy, it's saying sell. But it could start buying because it's crossed over to the other side of the bands. So it could start buying. But I will only buy gold once it gets to a certain level, to this level here. And you know the bands change. So I can set this. So once it crosses this here, let's see, alert on micros, EMA, gold. So when once the trend starts trending up, enter trade. So enter. Enter trade. There may be a bad trade to enter gold. But for now, I don't have a signal. You've entered already.
Yeah, which one is that?
Gold. You've entered gold already. So my conservative nature will not allow me to enter.
I caught gold on the neck. I caught it at the bottom. I caught it like you. I'm not going to let you go this time.
USD CHF is selling still.
I do not see an entry there, so I'm just going to let it slide.
US oil is another one. It's selling, but again, the RSI is very clear that look, this thing is going to reverse any minute now. It should reverse, but based on the macro environment, you know that it's still going to sell because America is basically going to start fracking. America already is doing coal. Yesterday they signed coal to start doing coal, so you know that it's going to become very cheap. But as demand goes down, you know, price is surely going to follow. This is even without looking out, like zooming out. So let's look at the US index, which is really the first thing that we're supposed to really look at today. The US index, the US strength.
Can I present for this one?
Yes. I don't know much about US index. You know, it's still brand new to me. Let me get to you. Where are you? Okay, there you are. Stop presenting. You have the floor, sir.
All right. So I can see something tricky in the dollar index. We will not be part of it. We no need to catch.
What's that?
We go straight to the point.
There's something join our call.
This dollar. Okay, this is my dollar index. Let me go to the week as well. Let me just start in there. I can see that we had all this buying momentum from 2021. So this is A, when the market pulls back, then we're just stuck in a range, And usually, the market is supposed to come and complete the move. So, like normally, except fundamental news start happening, and if I was to do my this why I can just see that we've been in the Fibonacci region for years. We're just rejecting off of this 0.5, 0.6 fib, and it's simply just tiring. Go right into the extension or not. Let us know what you want to do. Well, that's that about that. Let me go to the daily time frame. I can see this double bottom, this double top was a rejection here. I tried to keep buying, but there's another rejection. And since then, we've just been respecting this trend line until we had this massive gain to the downside. We had a little pullback. This pullback, I remember analyzing this, I think who was video on this, because if I did in this place, I could see a head and shoulder pattern. Can you see this? This is a shoulder, this is another shoulder. It shows like
Do you
we're
trade
buying.
US index?
Yeah, this is US index.
Do you trade it?
Use DXY. Just use DXY instead. I think I wanted to correct you about that.
DXY.
Yeah.
That you trade DXY?
No, I use it to like analyze. See, the thing is, DXY is proportional to USD. So like whatever is going on DXY is happening in USD. It's just like happening the other way around. So the dollar is buying, when it's selling. So the euro is selling, the dollar is buying.
I got it.
You get what I said?
That's what I assumed. That's what I thought you would do.
Back to the other things that I was okay. Yes. So now I come here and I can spot this. The market gives us a progressive move to the upside. We are creating higher highs and higher lows. We are having this. And we now have like a breakout. Unfortunately, we sold below the previous. We came to create equal low. Now we are failing to create. What we're supposed to have is we're supposed to go above this place. You get what I'm saying? But then we come here and we are changing structure. This is the change of structure. Now we are rejecting this place. We're selling down. Then I knew something was up. Now, if I try to be realistic, then I'll draw my Fibonacci from this immediately to this. So this immediate high to this low because I'm looking for a sell. When you see the way this market was running to the 0.5, 0.6 region, this came here, ran into this place. But tried to reject it a couple times. I think he was doing this for about 4 days, let me see, or 2 days. It was like 2 days plus. We didn't really get any movements. Then all of a sudden, this happened. I was even still saying that, okay, if the dollar wants to sell, we have to come here first. Go below, we test and keep selling. We just tanked. The market just died. There was no way for us to get into the market anymore. And I was seeing this entry, but at the moment I was still being patient. I was being conservative. That's why I say sometimes I become conservative, sometimes I'm aggressive because of moves like this, especially when there's a lot of liquidity in the market. Now I'll go down to 30 minutes time frame. I can see this. I can see a flat pattern forming out. Now I'm not deciding to draw my fib all the way from here. You see, two things. I know the direction of the markets. Now I can see that this pullback is rejecting off of my Fibonacci. That's the second indicator. And the third indicator is this trend line. I can see us trying to break out of this trend line. Then I went to sleep last night and we had all of this all the way to the downside. I'm like, what the fuck? Then I said, okay, well, the worst thing that can happen is we'll have a pullback and we keep selling. Except we rally into a Fibonacci for buy. and we start rejecting. That was when I saw this rejection. I'm like, what are we doing? Are you buying or you want to keep selling? Now, if I would look at this market well, I can see the first rejection on lower time frame. Sorry, give me a minute. I can see this rejection on the lower time frame.
That's what you're talking about, looking left and right.
Exactly. I'm trying to, I don't want to, okay, yes, I know the market wants to sell, but I won't blindly just be selling. I'm trying to see, okay, what's the roadblock ahead? Now, we understand that this whole region is the Fibonacci region. Yeah, for buys. Okay, if at all, I want us to break below this fib and keep selling. But then, we come into this place, I can see this is the first rejection, low bottom. We try to buy, we try to sell again, we rejected again, which is a double bottom. Now, can you see how this rejection broke above this previous high? This place here, let me use the line. This. So it's like, maybe I should switch to the line chart so you see this properly. Exactly. This was the previous low in the market, this particular place. We did a double bottom, we bought here, we rejected. Now, during this second bottom, this third bottom here, the market just gave us an engulfing candle. And you see all this momentum that came outside. I'm like, all right. I see what you guys are doing. Now, I always speak about a double confirmation with my Fibonacci. We're not doing fit from year to year. You see what I'm saying? We align, this place now aligns with my fib. There's no brainer that I know that, okay, we are at this region where the market becomes a 50-50. Instead we blast out of this place, on a bigger time frame, looking at the thing from here, start buying all the way from this Fibonacci. We do this, go to the extension, maybe reject and keep buying, or maybe reject and keep selling. I can't really tell. But like, I can see this Fibonacci playing out. And definitely, before we go into, we're coming all the way to this extension, which means GU is going to be selling, EU is going to be selling currently. So now I need this guy to give me extra confirmation that, oh, we are really buying. We're going to buy. It's something that he wants to buy from me already with all of this momentum that came from. But let me take out the main Fibonacci and let's look at this. This is now a support region. The market has failed to support region on a 15 minutes time frame. So there's no brainer that this market is not going to buy. The market is definitely going to buy from here to this extension. Now, this extension, I have a feeling that if I draw my Fibonacci from this high, it will be aligning with the extension. That's what I'm saying. So, first of all, we are definitely going to buy from here. But are we going to break above?
So both ways would work. Both ways would work. We buy, it's work. If we sell, it
yes. That's the only way we are right.
And the trend, the trend is actually downward. It's a downtrend.
Exactly.
So
this might just be a short term. The GU might just be selling for the short for a while now. Even EU might actually sell for a while. But then you can't really tell. This market can just go bizarre, can go ballistic, and keep buying all the way here. And so you're like, okay, now we have a proper trend reversal. You know what I'm saying? A proper change in structure on a bigger time frame. When I mean bigger time frame, I mean like a bigger time frame. This is the first time we're creating. We've been creating. What's it called? This is a high. This is a lower low. Equal high. Lower low. Lower high. Lower low. Lower high. Lower low. You know what I'm saying? This is a lower high. No brainer that we should keep selling. But at this point, where the market is, the market can actually stage a rebound. I won't call the market staging a rebound right now, but I definitely know we'll buy into this this particular region here, this tiny Fibonacci here. But then I do not really care about the Fibonacci. I only be watching out for the Fibonacci for sales because I understand we've been selling for months and most people would like to sell the more. So, but then when the market buy all the way here, definitely the market can even do this, can buy all the way here. And mind you, we're talking about dollar being oversold for a move. But we're talking about the dollar being oversold right now. It's just down soon. I don't know if it's going to be from here. I don't know if the market is going to come all the way and do the bottom. But I can just see the structure shift. I can see a double bottom. I can see all of this happening in the Fibonacci. It's just giving me signs that, oh, okay, this downtrend has been cut short right now. You might actually have to buy all the way here to come and tap a proper structure point in the market before we keep selling down. That's basically what I could see. Now, if you check the likes of GU, EU, you see it's reflecting. Can you see all of this rejection? It's reflecting on EU especially. That's what I'm saying now. So I feel like we're definitely going to sell. I can see this, then this is GU as well. This was the buy position we tried to get into. Now we go into, but then this was my stop loss, and the market already stopped me out. So I knew that if this market was supposed to buy, we did not have to come all the way here. We don't have to come all the way here again, except the market is just being the market condition is not good. Like I always say, yes, we have a strategy, but then we need a good market condition for the market to play out. There's no better that this market will sell all the way here. And we can see all of this happening already. That's what I was trying to like, okay, show you that okay, I can see this, but like, are we going to start selling off already? Remember, the dollar is supposed to stage a rebound soon. Do you get what I'm saying?
But if the dollar stages a rebound and starts getting stronger, then that means that this pair is supposed to get weaker.
Yes, that means GU is going to sell. What I've been talking about all day, GU is going to sell all the way down. I don't even need to be looking for the buy position. Yes, it's a scalp position and all and that, but whatever, I go into the trade and I already took my loss, and that's it. But then I'm going to be looking at this market carefully before I make my next move. I can see this sell formation starting already. And mind you, remember I was looking at this region to sell off. I was looking at to sell for 1.2900. But then I won't barely say, oh, okay, I cannot see a Fibonacci from this top here all the way here. And I can see us rejecting off of the field, giving us a structure shift. Like the same thing happened on the DXY.
But we entered buy positions for GU and EU.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm just showing you what I can see the market doing currently. I'm seeing Fibonacci plays, I'm seeing structure shift. I'm seeing, can you see this momentum? It's like we're having a structure shift within this is selling. All of a sudden you have this, we're having this. Do you get what I'm saying now? So let me show you. Let me show you what I'm trying to see. This is a shift.
So
The structure is changing. Do you get? The structure is changing. So now, this change of structure, is it very solid or is just going to go into a extension and start selling back? I can only react. I can't really predict the market totally. So right now, I'm taking my loss and I'm being patient. The market might eventually keep buying. I cannot tell, but yeah, I'm just explaining to you what I can see with the correlation of the dollar and the euro dollar. So if the euro dollar is going to sell, the dollar is going to be buying. That's basically it. Basically. So no need to complicate things. You just hold our trade. You take the loss, you take the loss. If you do not, it's still fine. There's nothing to beat ourselves for. There's nothing to beat ourselves for. So yeah, this even needs to be concrete. We've not even started buying out of this region first. We need a profit produce coming out of this place. We need the markets to keep doing this. Maybe we'll get here and now sell. I would like to see that, Sha. Maybe I cannot really tell, but like, yeah. And I don't trade by this time, 12 1. I always, because this is New York session, this is the perfect time to manipulate you, trick you to buy, trick you to sell. So I'm just, oh, like the whales, this is the perfect time for them to manipulate you. Nice one. Nice one. I look at people playing this for what I mean as promotions. I probably get the goal and go. Very nice. Let's see the dollar buying already. It's playing out exactly as I can see it. So I'm definitely sure he is going to sell from now. And G is going to sell as well from now. Let's see. Moving already. This market, bro. You just need to look left and right before you cross. Now, I'll show you something else in GU. Can you see? If I go to like a 1 minute time frame, you should be able to see the triple top. Can you see this? This is a triple top. The market has come into this zone, tested it, sold, came back here, sold, came back here, sold. Bro, what's happening with the oil? Fucking hell. Fucking hell. What is happening? What is happening?
No, I started. My mind started what do you call it? Drifting off. So I had to.
Yeah.
But now
That's
that
cool.
US oil was wild, man. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen now. And I've not still seen any alerts. So me, I'm just waiting because I don't know how much I've lost now. I'm down $3 on GU trade.
He's gonna buy. But then the thing is, let me just tell you what's going to happen. if I'll be very precise, I want to buy.
My EU is okay, but my GU is the problem.
He is strong. That's what I'm saying. If, that's exactly what I was trying to explain to you. Do you get me? That's exactly what I was trying to explain to you. That, okay, you're trying to get into a trade. You're trying to get into a trade. You pick the one with like the best setup, which is EU for a buy against the dollar. But this GU just keep messing with you and won't be able to get anything out of it, to be honest. Easy, it's going down for me. Yeah, man.
Bro,
Yep.
over analysis, man. Just finished.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do now.
No, just chill. We placed my trade already.
I've placed my trades. I've placed my alerts.
You need to chill. Whatever happens. Just need to chill.
I placed my trades. I placed my alerts. I'm just waiting for magic. I'm just waiting for magic now. I think I need to go and shower.
Man, what's going on for? Wait for this. This one goes break it, break it, break it, break it. This is my breakfast is like that. You know this one happen, shall we know what the market is to go to?
Yo, so what's next now? So anyway, so what's happening? I'm not even watching the markets anymore.
I placed the trade already for this.
Let me go my
Just to just about start seeing social. Alright.
I need to get some. I need to get a break and then start by back testing.
The momentum indicator. Find the trading view. The momentum.
I need to start back testing soon. Let's pull my
Fit.
Do you want me to show you what today is Wednesday, right? Let me share this with you. You might like this. So it's just talking about the crypto markets, basically, right? Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
I don't know why it's not working. Let me reload this. It's basically just the market preview. So we're just supposed to discuss the markets, where we are, where we're going. Basically, what Darko Willis does. You know, when you watch a good trader trading, especially like someone that's been trading for 10 years and more, the way they analyze it is much quicker, and it's you get to the point quickly.
Straight to the point.
Yeah,
straight to the point.
But, we are still putting too many. We're overthinking it. We still have to do a lot of tests so that we know exactly where to put points.
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, take all your money, buy Bitcoin. You wake up every morning and say, gee.
So slow.
Yeah. Jim. All right. Today is Wednesday. It's the 9th of daily levels. So let's take a look at what's been going on for BTC. Now, we've gotten below. If I zoom all the way in, we had originally had a trap below the 50-week. Mentioned, tested it, trap below it, resistance. I'm just going to put it right at round number 80. So it's clearly where the spot sellers and the passive side step in. And that now becomes our main resistance.
Uh-oh. I have an alert. Trend down. GB. Oh, no.
Bitcoin loves round numbers.
No.
So we have a double bottom.
GU trade. Oh, no.
Because it didn't make a new low, which would be this week.
Well, it's retracing now.
Here.
Have you seen what's happening with GU?
Might definitely liquidity resting here. More likely than not, we leave and touch it, and push further, and comes back later on. Any of you liquidity enjoyers will know that. You tend to leave it. You don't tend to come straight back and sweep it. If we do come back down today, I'd be less inclined, much less inclined to buy that sweep. I'm trending. But if we leave this behind for a while, we chop around, that is potentially a range for me. Now, these levels like the 50 week, sometimes you get a nice perfect ping of them, but a couple of things here. Number one, we got a nice big high volume reversal day back above the 50, which then trapped lots of people long. It flipped people into we're going to rally. It caused a lot of maybe we're back, and that was wrong. Reversed. My long got stopped out. I'm sure everybody's longs got stopped out. It stops at the low. That's still untouched. However, we had before this really nice bounce. Sometimes the liquidity at the moving average gets taken, and it protects and supports, I should say, or resistance, but in this case, supports the market. Perfect bounce off it, give or take a couple of dollars. This time we came back down and we ran through it with high volume. So instead of using the EMA as liquidity for a rally, we trapped below it, got above it, but getting back below again would make this not a trap. Right? So obviously there's a trap far enough to squeeze people to 80, but now you're looking at trap. So as you can see with this massive squeeze we're having this morning into it, people are very, very inclined to get short. So bottom is coming somewhere time-wise, I believe, in the next month. We talked about this with Chop and before we have a significant rally. You know, I covered all this with Adam on yesterday's Daily Levels Live. Check that out if you haven't seen it. I think we're close to a bottom, and this kind of thing would confirm that even more. In terms of previously, we were seeing really strong rallies. So take off the detectors, make this a bit clear. Previously, the rallies were, so everything from the top here is obviously a downtrend, but every time it would bounce strong because there was bullish sentiment. Bounces strong, people want to get back in. Bull market dip, buy the dip. Big, deep, without potential bottom.
This is our professor.
In hindsight, it doesn't look like it, but here, get long, wrecked. Trump tweet, massive pump, sentiment. That weekend, we were so back. It was Trump meme coin, Solana. This is proven Solana. It's going to the moon. Blah blah blah. Even after that sell-off, it bounced back up before the crypto cabinet meeting. And so, since then, we've seen the weaker. So this next one was much more of a corrective sideways. You then saw a squeeze on the Trump tariff day that couldn't even take the highs of it. That would indicate a real lack of buyers. Normally, that would very easily take those highs, take out liquidity. And then we collapsed down to go below. We run up, obviously, did buyers and buy the dip, I guess, one last time here. I really think that you're starting to see this, right? We sell off overnight or in the evening. So squeeze fast, which tells you, of course, people are more aggressively and more confidently entering shorts and also getting taken out on the way up easier. So very, very, very early signs that we could see a potential bottom here, but to really be watching for, which we've also got now, is we've had a retest of this area at pre-election, the highs from the pre-election. So there's 1K difference. Maybe we go a little lower, maybe we don't. Support resistance flip. You don't haggle over that extra $1,000 if the market doesn't give you the. Second thing, 50 week. The 50 week really matters on a weekly basis. So we're waiting for weekly close, which is still 4 days away. So a lot of time, pretty clear. You've got a support and a resistance. And we'll map out a range and trade it a day because I think that's the cleanest way to trade this. But overall, I think that you're just seeing the signs of the bottom. Early signs, very early. And that bottom might only take us up to quarterly open, let's say buyers buy a dip again too aggressively. But I want to show you something about on a micro scale. Sorry, on a micro scale with price action about how people give up on markets. And it's when dip buyers give up on buying the dip and they start to disbelieve, right, that this rally will surely fit.
Yeah, but I don't know what's going on with my internet.
Okay.
It just stopped. Anyway, but you get what he's trying to do. You get what he's doing. He's showing you the levels, and he's showing that it has possibly reached the bottom. That's BTC, and it's about to take off. In the morning when we first talked about it, what we were saying is that it's bearish. What we can see is bearish. But what he's seeing, it looks more like a double bottom, and it's supposed to take off from there. I don't agree with him. I think it's supposed to keep selling. There's no flag for me to start
dumping. It's not yet confirmed.
There's no confirmation.
Are you seeing you sold? BTC already sold itself.
Yeah,
so you already sold for what they're trying to sell. You already sold from 74, 77. You didn't break a gold after the match you did. Do you know what I'm saying? You didn't break above the 78 and 7 region. You already sold from there down to 76. The best or worst thing that can happen is where we are now. Going down.
So anybody that called this market, right? Once it flipped, anybody that called once it flipped, right? You are in profit, bro. Decent profit. You're in take profit too. But nobody called it. I don't know. I didn't call it. Like, look, at this point, I would have entered. I would have been in, and my stop loss would have been in well. Like I said, it doesn't work. If you're on like 1 day, yeah, it's very unlikely to lose in 1 day. In like with you can, it's very unlikely to lose. It's very unlikely. All you just say is that your profit will not be so much. So it comes down here to 7 RR, right? But you can't get stopped out. It's unlikely with my system. Right. So right now, where you would be with my system is roughly speaking about 4 RR. But you can see how many months it would have taken you. It would have taken you since
to get that
since February. So this is a proper position trade. Proper position trade. Like your entire bag, you want to sell it and rebuy it when it's about to start taking off. Then we can now do it that way. But the best way is to kind of fuse my system with your system.
The gold trade I faced is running a massive profit. I already took $500 profit and I've got 200 again. What? I just never believe it. It's like I'm going to like create a new one and go back to the previous high.
The gold trade in place?
Yes.
I've not even gotten an alert for gold yet, so.
It's crazy. It's still buying till now.
Oh wow, gold just hit the it just hit my entry point just now. Just now.
Still, like, Jesus Christ, I called gold.
That means you called gold at the beginning of this trend.
I think that's 2993.
299. That's over here. How?
I didn't even risk it. I wanted to.
It's literally just now that it's about to enter.
I just placed the 0 size. I know these people shall do it. This is like 0.1. I took out the 0.1 in the morning, and I took out the 0.5 after all the trade. I let it play out.
Wow.
This gold trade is a freaking amazing call, man.
Um,
That's the
I traded
engulfing
it yesterday.
candle.
I bought it yesterday, but it's going to stop now. I lost money yesterday, but I've been able to recover that and make some more money too. I lost money yesterday. I tried to buy. I don't know the last time that stuff. It was in the middle of the night, started running. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, so gold. My system won't have even entered gold trade. So. Okay, no, it's not here. It's probably this one. Yeah, my system would not have entered registered gold trade at all. I wouldn't have been able to enter it. Able to enter 1 hour. Wow, that's amazing. So the only gold trade I have now is right now. It's
But I'm not going to trade for you. I'm just going to. You need to be trade. I'm not going to invest.
oh wow. I think I'm supposed to exit this trade. This alert went off. Yeah, I'm supposed to. Okay, but the thing is that it's ranging, and my thing is not for ranging market at all. It's ranging. It's ranging on probably 5. If you go on 1 minute or 5 minutes, you see it ranging. I'm sure.
You see the range. I'm on 5 minutes actually. You can see
Yeah. I just entered 1 minute. I just entered 1 minute. Bullish.
Just think to try.
Go,
Just
right?
keep going. Yes, just keep going.
I need to recover some of this money, man. I won't mind entering the position.
Yeah, I think the position moved already.
Yeah, it's
We
moved.
just need to wait. We need the session. We need New York session to start.
Like an hour.
But 2 o'clock to be precise. Whenever the market goes from now to 2 o'clock, it might just be manipulation, might be the actual need to do. I can't really tell. The market will just keep doing works.
I think it's at this point I would have entered this market, this GE market. I think I entered too early.
So
It's clearly ranging here. From here to here, it broke the range, and now it's coming back up here. Oh my god. This is frustrating.
now
Oh my god. Even this is telling me that I should have entered it. I should have put my entry lower. Because when I entered, it was so high.
GE,
Yeah. I put it so high. I put the value area high. Okay, I did that intentionally. I did it because I wanted it to break out properly and, you know.
out first. You just went to touch yourself.
It just went
HSC.
it and so what I was supposed to put it low. But the thing is, if I put it low and it could have just kept selling. So there's no way to.
There's no way to.
Oh, this is not nice. There's no way I'll be seeing this your profit margins if I don't get used to losing, now. Because
if I want to make $200 or $25 at the very least, close to $100. How much do you make risk for the 500?
Sure.
How much is your risk? Your margin?
Just kept placing my load size. But I don't need to. Okay, I used 0. Because everything I used was 0.3, which is so the market was to reverse in the but there was just that kind of trade was a trade that I was just going to close my eyes to do what I used to do. It was an over leveraged trade. Exactly. But 0.3 from where I entered to where my stop loss is.
What time did you enter the trade?
3. Okay, around 2, just 2:15.
2 a.m.
Yeah, 2 a.m.
Okay.
I think from here to where my stop was, I've been risking $300. And I only had $200 in the account. Do you know what I'm saying? So it was an over leveraged trade.
You risked $200 on that trade alone.
Yeah, like I had $200 in the account. So that account was for that specific purpose.
I have that means you're already in profit now.
I already took $500 profit. So now total overall I'm up 1 Already took $500 profit. This stock account that I just created this GE trade was and thinking of getting in. I just need to be sure about what I saw the market do. And to be precise, trades around this time are not always the best. So New York can just come and change the direction of the trend. Do you get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Yeah, once the big boys start the market, they can just change the direction.
Yeah, because on 5 minutes, this thing is bearish, man. It's properly bearish now.
It's bearish. That's for
There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bearish signals.
when I saw GX, it was not using for market reversal. So I just needed it. I needed it to confirm. But then I'm chilling for new session to start, to be honest. I just take a walk, come back in like an hour time and see what the market did. So I can recover my loss. That's for overwhelming.
This is painful. Okay. Did you close it already? Have you closed you?
Yeah, I have.
I didn't even know you were closing
I
it.
don't have time. I don't have time to wait for all that. I thought like what I said was if the market starts reversing all the way back to like where the stop loss at, that is 1279. If this market was really going to buy, you have no reason to be coming back here. You have no reason except the market just wants to beat the market. So I already took my $300 and be patient for the next setup to come up. But I'm not going to place a sell trade. If the market keeps going, I'm going to take note of that. It's just showing me service. Okay? If you look at this GD on the 5 minutes time frame, you see that when you place your entry, the market tripled up. You
Yeah.
try to breach it the first time, you fold. You try to breach it the second time, you fold. You try to breach it the third time, now it's not even selling everywhere. You see what I'm saying? When you have to buy your entries, to be precise.
I know
1.2
exactly where my
minutes.
entry is now. That's why I'm just like, why did it go exactly to that
clear
point?
sign of that's a clear sign of rejection. Market just no want to break that place right now.
But you know, my point now is that why just wait? Because whether I like it or not, I've already lost this $5, right? In my mind,
I feel like you should just True.
Because
That's
in
good.
let me explain. In my own system, right, on 1 hour, it's still valid. Remove my stop loss. I forgot that I removed my stop loss. So I cannot even.
Not only for the poison.
It's going to break within my stop loss.
He was a better option. That's what I was trying to explain to you. That after doing this market analysis, you need to pick the best of the best. Yes, I have so many setups. I can have like 3 setups. But the best one I can see. The best one is not even the best one. It's something at that stage. The BTC is going down. Can bring your money, bro. Send it to me.
Yeah.
Send it to me for giving the market.
This is painful, bro.
The Jimmy trade.
My G trade, man. Why?
Mhm.
It's even saying that it's a sell. Okay, that's what we were saying. We were saying that if you sell it or you buy it, it's a good trade. That's what we were saying.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's this trade. Whether we sold, because the thing is that it has already gone to the range high, and it was on its way down to the range low, right? Volume low, and then it's got rejected or something here, and it's basically ranging at this level.
It just
But
keeps
I'm
rejecting.
expecting it to go down below the point of control, back down to the range low. But what we said, I don't know why we said it could go up. I don't know why we said it could reverse to range high.
Okay, yeah, the only way I was saying I was looking at a new different Fibonacci for it to play out. This sale was going to happen. But then when was it going to like I'm going all the way to 600? So let's even catch Fibonacci to the most leading thing in the market first. So it was going down. Like it's free falling, just falling out of the sky.
I'm just waiting for it to stop me out. Oh, it stopped me out already.
It's going down.
It stopped me out already.
I just need DXY to give me a 15-minute English content. Just do that for me. So I can get that.
I'm just gonna stop me out.
Far.
It's so difficult when you're trading with and someone and you're trading with someone saying trading the same thing. We've not learned how to both trade the same thing yet. You understand? We can trade our systems, and then if it consolidates, we now say yes or no. We see the same thing. But what we are saying when we are both trading this at the same time, we're not yet at that level. It takes synchronicity. It takes for us to. We're not yet at that level.
In sync.
We're
We're not there yet, but we'll get there eventually. In sync. In sync.
So
Those just sync. You know, sync. Structure shit. All of a sudden, Fibonacci. My ears, my eyes, my big every strand that is. In fact, this supermarket are selling to me.
You see, this thing I just put now. Once there's
what's doing?
once there's a change, when I'll if it's supposed to be live, of course, it doesn't mean I'm entering. When my signal goes off, that's when I enter the market. If it goes off, I enter. If it doesn't go off. So this market was difficult to trade, to be honest.
Yeah. It was difficult to trade, but it was just so obvious. I don't know why we wouldn't have done the best place. It's
Yeah,
just,
because I
just
would
there.
never have entered the long
Just
trade
there.
here.
No,
This trade for me is
seven.
at 4 hours is still showing a short trade, 1 day short trade. My direction would never be long here. I would never enter a long trade here. Never.
Yes, I just
Never.
fucking sell that shit. You don't need that shit.
Unless
Sell that shit.
day trade, and the day trade, my stop loss would have been so far down, it make no sense. In fact, it would not be entry so with the day trade. So the thing is that this was not, that's what I'm trying to say. My system would not have allowed me to enter this trade. 1 hour. This 1 hour now. Once I get the alert now, just pop it in now. I'll show you the biscuits once it comes out. This trade is a 7 hour trade. It's going down to the rate to value low for sure.
GU.
GU is going to value low.
Now I'm looking at Fibonacci extension.
Even the structure, you can clearly see the structure.
I said after that triple top, in that you try to get it to.
Yeah.
Once like after the triple top, after the top touch, the market has been rejecting it for. But then it was fine.
Yeah. Is this 1 hour that messed me up? Because this 1 hour is showing bullish tendencies. The 1 hour is showing very bullish tendencies. Like it could be bullish. That was a bad trade. That was a bad trade. I don't use my system. It was a bad trade. So my D has crossed sell signal, first sell signal. This one has crossed the 50-second sell signal. I'm looking for the third sell signal. And then I'm good to go.
And then let's send this market all the way to the downside.
Let me back my money.
But then I would not like to place any trade money to you. Maybe the best time to trade the market because market can just go bizarre. You are not doing anything. I'm going to sell.
You right?
Yes.
I
I
put a buy trade in you.
I know. They're all this I was explaining to you that they're all correlating. Once dollar is buying like this, do is selling, do is selling, do is selling, all of them.
What is dollar buying?
It's not very bad, it's just still around that field of them. He's trying to reject it for good. And G already sold that away. Do you get what I'm saying? Imagine when it's coming.
Let me see. So there's an entry here. Okay, stop it here. Stop can be here. So this is a decent trade now. This is 1 hour. Not on 1 hour, probably on 4 hours of the trade.
But I have a question, bro. Once I'm taking into the New York session starts, New York session starts. Is buying out. This is see the Q zone is 12 to 1. 12 to 1. Once you start, once anything about 12 to 1 starts happening, any sudden move, you just don't take any sudden move from that 12 to 1. You are going to leak your account. You're going to use your account for. You're going to use your account for free.
Okay, so there's actually an entry right now as well. So I could enter it again on 5 minutes as a scalp trade. Literally right now, it's in my position. On 5 minutes, enter second position. But I have to wait until the next market cycle, until the next time zone. All right, let me run off. Let me go and shower and wait. Like 2 o'clock.
Yeah,
Usually it starts like 1 o'clock.
Mr. Patrick.
So
Yeah, Q-Zone. It's the same thing, radio session. 7 to 8 is the Q-Zone. You don't know start from 9. So once you get up, and once any movement you really see from that 7 to 8, and no big movement. It might be the movement, it's not every day is not the same thing. But like usually the Q zone is always that period. 12 to 11, 11, 11, 12 noon, 7, 8. Q zone basically.
all right, enjoy your day.
Yeah. And we need to play soccer. So I'm going to be trading New York session today. It's been a fun. There was a week in America as well. I traded Asian session, I traded European session. I'm not trained.
Someone was telling me about one system that it goes distribution, accumulation, manipulation.
Yeah,
And then back.
yes.
Distribution,
Distribution, accumulation,
accumulation,
a friend of mine trains that.
manipulation.
So basically, one session does the distribution, another session does the accumulation. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, let's say Asian session is buying, in London session will not buy, you just be ranging pulling back. Mhm. Something like that, sure. That's the best. That's like the best of the model I understand it too.
Yeah, that's it now. So distribution is either it's buying or selling. Usually,
Mhm.
but it's usually buying. What distribution is that it's selling. Let's just say selling. And then, accumulation
It
is that
was
it's
selling now.
ranging, and then manipulation is that it's goes for your stop loss. It hunts, so it's more
Yes.
volatile. It hunts for stop losses, or, so it can just do a false flag, false breakout, and then put it down, reverse. So all the reversals and things. So this market, this London market now, what do you think is happening in the London market? That started by 6 a.m. And how do I even check that? Are you watching something?
It's just the bus out focus. It's just the name. It's been just it's not this. G was the program. Mhm. I've been watching. I've been watching it closely.
We'll talk. We'll talk. It's been a long morning.
All right,
All right.
Mr. Patrick, it was a nice one.
Nice
You
one,
just want
Peace out. So after analysis, made a loss. I have to review what I did wrong because I don't understand. Now I'm going through the charts. It looks like I was supposed to sell, but I ended up buying. So I definitely didn't follow my system. That's not nice. This EU trade is ranging, so I think I have to come out of the EU trade as well.
Take all your money, buy Bitcoin. It's essentially on the fucking Wall Street YouTube show. That you see the proper.
All right, guys.